Are you really doing that
I
workout?
know I'm trying to fix my hair as I go live. I know they can see me too.
You're lying.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's Roxy Rich in the house. But anyways, so I've been wanting to do another video, but I had a little bit of technical difficulties. But I'm back, and I'm happy to be back. I was about to go to the store, so I was gonna do some quick makeup, and my daughter and nephew had a few questions that they wanted to ask. I pulled out all my makeup and everything, and it turns out I'm missing all my brushes, guys. So I had
I have a
my
brush in here.
I had my James Charles palette that I was gonna use today, and my little smoky naked. Um, and so, anyways, I literally have this brush, this brush, and my daughter just notified me that I have this brush that was in here. So I'm gonna work with what I have. I was just gonna do something fast. I am not really a big makeup person where I have to wear it every day, all day, or that I have to put tons of it because I'm just my face is really sensitive. It breaks out really fast and stuff, especially with this heat. For everybody that knows me knows that I sweat a lot. I get hot really, really easily. So most of the time my makeup melts off. With that being said, living in the desert doesn't help. So I do try not to wear it too much because it's gonna melt off anyways. So all that time that I took to do it, stuff like that for nothing. But anyways, I am not a professional. I am not a makeup guru. So please don't get this twisted or tell me that I'm doing it wrong. This is just the way I do it. I just like to do fast makeup just so I can give myself a little bit of an enhancement um, on the beauty part, you know. But, anyways, how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing great and that you're all having a great and beautiful day. Try to make the most of out of every day as we live it, and just be happy and stay positive. It really does help, guys. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little off, I even love to just keep a smile on my face, say hi to everybody, try to just make a little joke here and there, and just keep everybody happy and positive and joking, and just make it a little bit funner and make our life a little bit happier and easier, right? So, this is what I do mostly for most of the time. Like if I'm really gonna go out somewhere, I like to contour a little bit underneath, putting on my compact. And the only reason why I do that is when I'm really gonna go out somewhere and get together with the girls or go somewhere fun stuff. Other than that, I just kind of just put on some powder a little bit, fast and stuff. Um, like I said, I'm missing all my brushes today, guys, so don't judge me. But I have my nephew here and my daughter who wanted to ask me a couple of questions. So if you guys want to, they don't want to come out on the video. So it's just me in the video, but they'll be asking the questions and I'll answer them as best as possible and as honest as I can be. Because I do believe that it's better to be yourself, express yourself to the fullest, and keep it 100 at all times. The reason why is because, like I said before, we have gone through a lot in life, and a lot of the things that we went through, a lot of people, just kind of lied to us along the way and stuff like that. So for me, I just always teach my kids that it's better to be open and honest and be yourself to the fullest. It's better to be hated for being brutally honest than to be hated for getting caught up in a web of lies, guys. Which is okay. Everybody's entitled to their own way of being and thinking. But for me, keep it 100. I'll appreciate and respect more. So, what did you guys have in mind?
Well, I'm just kidding. Anyways, well, I was gonna ask you
Mm-hmm.
is what were your plans before you had me, like when you finished high school?
Well, when I was growing up, I was involved in everything in school. I just love talking to people, getting to know new people. I used to be in dance classes. I was in a library club, but I loved it. I love books. I love to read, and I just feel like um, getting involved as much as possible in high school that I and everything that I could have. Just really, I just really loved it, and I worked for as a TA in the office, and then I also worked for the library, and that's how I got involved in the little library club that they had there, and the teacher there was amazing, and I really loved her. She was really great with us and made us feel really happy and stuff. And I also did drama for a bit and choir. I did band when I was in middle school and the first year of high school. I played the tenor saxophone, so it was really fun. I did a lot in high school. I really had a lot of fun. I wasn't the greatest on testing and stuff like that or anything like that, but I still loved it. I still love school. And I still went all the time and studied, and I just had fun and I worked a lot. I also got involved in this program in school where if you're 14 years old, they teach you how to do resumes and how to fill out applications and how to do all that stuff. And that was really fun. I got my first job at 14 in the office and got paid. And that's when I believe it was like 5.75 an hour or 5.25 an hour. That was minimum wage, and that's how much I got paid, you guys. And I was really happy and excited. And the one of the first things I did with my first paycheck was come home and show my parents all excited. And I bought my sister, your mom, Thea Terry, some shoes and some clothes, and then my little brother and sister as well. And they were really happy. I was actually, I love everything to be clean and beautiful, and like had a little bit OCD about that, but I didn't like doing it myself. So I used to pay your mom to finish my side of the room, and she did it happily because your mama loves money. So it was cool though because I would come home from work. First, I would go to school, come home from work, and my side of the room would be nice and spicky span and feeling really nice and pretty. And my sister would be waiting right there with her hand out like this, right here. I cleaned. Where's it at? And I would be like, damn, girl, okay. I feel like your husband, but we was too young for that. So yeah, I wanted to. I used to sing and dance and write my own music, and I wanted to really have to do something with singing or writing songs for artists. And I also loved acting. And I wanted to be, just be able to express myself to the fullest because that's what really makes me happy is being able to do what makes me happy and what helps me express myself in an art form. That's the best way to express myself. I also like drawing. I did ceramics and art for a while as well. That was very fun. But anyways, I never had any boyfriends. I like to stay single when I was younger because I didn't want to have the same problems that everybody else had, crying about their boyfriends cheating and all that stuff. So the lighting is really bad, you guys. I'm sorry, you guys can barely see anything that I'm doing to my face, but so I always kept clear of boyfriends until I met your dad, and that changed my life forever
Yeah,
because
but like, what were your plans? Like, if you didn't meet my dad,
mm-hmm.
like before you met my dad or whatever, what were
Mm-hmm.
your plans for like
Oh, my
after high
plans. I
school?
have a best friend that I grew up with, and me and her used to always talk about going to college together. And she was in the fashion industry, and I was, like I said, I wanted to act and sing and do whatever that I enjoy doing. So we were gonna venture out, and we wanted to go to college together whenever we have time off, kind of travel around and um, see new places, meet new people, and just have fun and enjoy us being young and single. Unfortunately, she got to do that, and I didn't. Because I fell in love with your dad at a young age and kind of just fell for everything. And by the age of 17, I got pregnant for my daughter and had her at 18. And so I became a mommy right away, really quickly. But I loved it, and I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I went through a lot though. So you guys take your time. You only get to be young once. I heard this my whole life growing up, and I really wish I would have listened. You really only get to be young once, and you got your whole life ahead of yourselves to do the marriage, the kids, the family, and it's beautiful when you really want it that way. But until then, do you and have fun and be happy and be free. And I really hope that you guys do that, and you guys get to live out your dreams because it's a beautiful thing to do.
Yep.
So, little Teddy,
Yeah.
do you have a question for me, baby?
Um,
That many, huh?
too much. I don't know which one to pick. You virgin?
Am I a virgin? Should I ask my 18-year-old daughter, 17-year-old son, or my 11-year-old little one? Of course, I'm still a virgin. Please don't tell nobody. It's embarrassing.
What's the when you were younger? What was like
Your
the
favorite thing to
craziest thing you've done?
Hmm. Okay.
Like, I mean, party wise, like a
Okay, I
party
can tell
that
you one
pissed
that
you off.
wasn't party, that was crazy that we did when we were in high school. We had a friend, I'm not going to mention her name, but we had a friend who was talking to this guy on the internet. And this is when everything first started, like the internet was like a big deal, like everybody's going on these channels and stuff to meet people. So this friend was talking to this guy, okay? And we all thought that they knew each other for a long time. She invited us to go with her to hang out with this guy and his friends and stuff. Of course, we were all going to meet these guys. So then we go and we meet them, having fun with them, and we all got to know them, and they ended up liking us. So they invited us to other things to do. Okay, still seemed a little normal, right? Because my friend's talking to this guy and stuff. So they invite us to Disneyland. And we all decided to go. Only our parents don't know any of these guys. So we had to lie. Yes. Okay. Please don't do the same. But we had to lie. So what we did is me and my
Too late.
friends, there was like
No, I'm kidding.
about one, two, three, four, five. There was like about 6 or 7 of us, of the girls that went. And so the guys invited us. They were going to pay for everything, come pick us up and all that stuff, right? We were so excited. So we all decided to call our moms and pretend to be each other's moms. Some of our moms only spoke Spanish. So I was the mom for a few of the girls. And I was like, hola, ¿cómo está? Quería invitar a su hija que viniera a Disneyland con nosotros. Le vamos a pagar todo and blah, 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 blah. Mind you guys, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I was underage, but we all go through things like that. So, anyways, we end up all doing it, and we all end up going to Disneyland. They come pick us up and everything. We have fun. The only person that didn't go was the one friend of the reason why we met these people. Okay, so while we're over there, everything went bad. It could have gone bad. So they were supposed to get us a hotel stay, and it turns out that they couldn't get it. So they couldn't get it, so they were security guards at this for this one big building that hadn't been open yet, right? And so they took us all back there for all of us to stay there. Well, there was a lot of us, and there was only at the moment only 2 of them. So we're in this big old building, like a 3-story building, and we're all having fun playing games, stupid games, like just having a blast, just being young. And so we hear this car pull up, and we all look outside one of the windows, and there's like 2 cop cars, right? So we all start running wild. We all start going crazy, like, oh my gosh, like the cops are here. We're underage. We're all without our parents' permission, and we're freaking going crazy all over the place. And we're running wild. I freeze when I get scared. So I stood there and I was like, ugh, like I couldn't move, couldn't do anything. And my sister just runs off and leaves me there, right? So I'm like, sister, like you're supposed to care, like she runs back, guys. She runs back, and I'm like, sister, you're here for me. And she goes, where the fuck are my shoes? She grabs her brand new shoes that I had bought her. Was it me or my dad? I don't know, but her brand new shoes, and she runs off and leaves me there again. Okay, so I was like, oh my god. So anyways, we running back and forth wild. Everybody's running in a bunch of different directions. Nobody knows where they're going. Nobody knows what they're going to do or how they're going to save themselves. Okay. But anyways, everybody runs away, and I'm still standing in the same freaking room. I happen to look outside the window door, the window, just to see again, like who these people are, or to see where they're going. And it turns out that they're not even cops, guys. They were like they were security, like taking care of buildings. Okay. So it was the rest of the guys because they all worked in security. So then they get there and they're like, oh, the guys are like cracking up and they're like, oh, those are our friends, those are our friends, calm down. So all of us stop running while like chickens with our heads cut off. And we come back to the room and stuff. We meet the other people and stuff. So then we're all getting along. And then they turned out to be really great guys. Do not ever do this. Okay. I don't know what we were thinking. Now that we think back, we're like, what the heck were we thinking? Like, how can we be so stupid to go with people that, like just out of the nowhere, out of town. But remember, we met these people through our friend and we thought that those were her friends and everything else. So that night we find out that she didn't even know them. So we were with total strangers without even knowing it. So it turns out that she actually had barely met him through the internet, liked him, was hitting it off with him. And then they didn't hit it off once we all met up and stuff like that. But they hit it off with us. So they invited us. So they asked us, they said, you guys look like pretty good girls. I'm kind of shocked. And we said, what do you mean we look like pretty good girls and why are you shocked, And they said, well, we wouldn't think that girls like you would come with total strangers. And we were like, total strangers, what are you talking about? And he says, well, your friend barely met my friend, and that night that you guys met us is the first night that they ever even met. She never told us that. So we were under the impression that they were all friends. So we took a risk in going, but we ended up having a blast. They were amazing. Thank God, thank goodness that they were really great guys. They really did protect us, take care of us. And the next day we went to Disneyland, had a blast, let me tell you. Had so much fun, went on everything, and ate lots of great food. And then on the way back, we stopped at one of the guys' house, and his mom was the most sweetest, loving, beautiful woman. Like, she was a really humble person. And I mean, there was like 15 of us there, and she cooked for every single one of us, fed us all. We were all in his living room talking, joking, laughing, just having such a great time. And we actually turned out to have really amazing friends after that. We no longer see or talk to them because we're all adults and we all have our own lives now and everything, and they probably have theirs. But it was a really fun experience, really crazy to do. And now we're like, what the heck were we thinking, especially since we have kids and we're absolute get all of you guys if you guys decide to do that.
Let's test that.
So, trust me, you guys test your dad. I know for sure you guys wouldn't want to test
It's
it.
called no phones. We're leaving the phones at home.
Oh, we had no phones back then.
Where we're at.
I think one of our friends had a phone. That's the phone we actually used to call everybody else's mom and be like, "Hola, can your daughter please come to our trip, even though we're going with strangers?"
We're gonna fucking steal Frida and then go.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's one of our crazy stories. It wasn't a party story, but it was still wild for us to do.
Frida's gonna be the only one with the phone.
Okay, kiddos. Anything else that you guys want to ask?
Kumbaya.
So, but one time we did throw a really big party, and thanks to your dad, our party was like huge.
Oh yeah, because he been posted everywhere.
Well, what we did is we gave your dad and his best friend, which was my best friend at the time too, one of my good friends. Yes, we gave them an invitation each that I had made myself in the library while I was working, and we told them, we invited them and stuff, and then we passed them out to a few people at school, a few cool people that we wanted to go or whatever. So your dad goes and makes like hundreds of copies of this freaking flyer, throws them all over school. At the end of the day, we saw them everywhere. They were trying to figure out who was passing them out, like the staff and everything. And then somehow they ended up in Palm Springs High School and Palm Desert High School. So we have people all over this, like all over my friend's house, like this big old party going on, right? And yeah. Oh, like, don't say the names.
Shut your butt up.
So, yeah, we have this big old party going on, and there was 2 living rooms, a kitchen, dining room area. There's a front yard, a backyard, and you have this entire house filled with people. Like, I can barely walk through it. Okay, everybody is having fun. Everybody's little on the tipsy side and stuff like that. But it turned out to be like the biggest party of the year. You literally couldn't walk through the house without trying to push through people and stuff like that. It was so much fun, and it was literally the party of the year. But I ended up getting a little bit on the messed up side. And one of my friends had to take care of me that night to make sure that I was okay. But as soon as I was feeling great after, like, getting my color back from being paled, um, I ran back out there and I was like, hey, hey, what? Like, like, it was so much freaking fun. That's actually when your mom and dad really met. It was at that party.
You guys telling me about
Yeah, that was like their first time actually like really like hanging out and stuff. It was love at first sight. 20 something years later, they got kids and everything. That was my best friend in high school, okay? And he wanted to meet my sister, which everybody did. When my sister started going to school, um, I had a lot of guy friends. I was like every guy's best friend, and they were very loving and protective towards me. And I still, to this day, have a lot of love and respect for all my guy best friends that were there, and you all know who you were. Um, but yeah, he was one of my best friends, and all my friends were trying to meet my younger sister that had just gone into high school, and they would call her J Lo because she J Lo status, and so um, the one that won her over from everybody, surprisingly, was my brother-in-law. And at the time, I didn't think it was going to happen. I actually was making fun of him and was hoping that my sister would break his heart, but instead she fell in love. Wah, wah, wah. No, but she has a beautiful and great life, and he is an amazing man, an amazing husband, an amazing father, and he has been there for me and my kids a lot. My sister and my brother-in-law, even though my sister is 2 years younger than me, I see them as my like a parents type of way because they're just always there to guide all of us and to love us, and they have and share a really beautiful, beautiful relationship. And I really do admire them for them, and they're my go-to people no matter what happens. So yeah, that's
how
pretty
you and
much.
my dad meet.
Well, me and your dad, the way we met is we were in the same class together. And he was always getting in trouble and doing something bad or being mean to people. And so I used to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to stay free of that guy because I don't need him making fun of me or fighting with me because I will fight back and I will argue back to the fullest. And so I was sitting there and I would always write on this journal because I was always writing poems and writing little stories or music or stuff like that. And that's what I would do like to entertain myself when there was nothing else to do in class if I was finished with my work. And so he would always come and sit next to me and ask me what I was writing down on my journal. And I would always just look at him and go, and just turn around. And he'd be like, oh, all right, like that, huh? Oh, so you don't want to talk to me? And I'll be like, nope. And he'd be like, what? Why? What did I do? And I'll be like, because you're rude. And he would be like, what the heck? Have I ever been rude to you? No. And I'm going to keep it that way. And he'd be like, what? Why? And I'm like, because I'm not going to talk to you. Then that way you can't be rude to me. I won't give you the chance. And he was like, oh, okay. And he kept messing with me. And he would still come sit next to me. And he'd be like, what are you doing? And I would just look at him and be like, writing. And he would be like, what are you writing? And I'd be like, damn, you're nosy.
Are you smart?
Yeah. And then he would be like, are you smart? The funny thing is that we were in this class where we used to get like help for like testing and all this other stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm so smart. I'm in the same class as you right now, trying to get help. So he started cracking up and he was like, oh, okay, you're mean and funny. All right. And I was like, I am not mean. I am not, though. He was just saying that because I was being mean to him and he was used to being mean to everybody else. So then after that, we started one time there was like a little debate in class and people were like kind of arguing back and forth about religion and stuff. And it was just kind of crazy. But anyways, he corrected some of us and some of the things that were being said. And at the end, everybody just had to respect everybody's decision, but that's how we got a little bit closer. So I used to notice that he was really, really disgusted by like womanly stuff. So I took like a clean, brand new pad because he wouldn't leave me alone. And I took it off, but I put like marker or like something or ketchup or something on it. And when he was bothering me, I went and slammed it on his desk. And he threw his body up and went, and he started like,
he gags for everything.
Yes, and he jumped off his chair and the whole thing flipped over and everybody's cracking up and I was laughing. Yeah, and I was laughing and stuff. And that was the beginning of our beautiful relationship.
Did your teacher get mad?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Wait, how did you and dad meet?
His brother moved across the street and every time that I would come out of the house, he would be there. trying to talk to me, and I would always ignore him.
was
Or he got my phone number, and he would call me all the time, and I would try to cut him off. And then little by little, he was just always there, and he would always hang out with us, and he would just kind of like cling on until
Was it a
I fell for him.
thing?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and he used to be across the street. The only thing that I liked about your dad is that he was a rapper and a dancer, and he danced really, really good. But he was like, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, get crunk with it. Yeah, he was actually really good at us, and I would be like, oh, okay, he's got moves. All right, that's the one thing that I thought was pretty cool about him. Get crunk with it. Get crunk with it. Get loose with it. But it was it was one of those situations. But
how'd you and my mom meet? I'm just kidding.
me and your mom met back in 1985 when she was born, and they brought this little creature home, and I was used to being the only child, and they ruined my life forever. Ever. I'm just playing. That's my best friend, my everything. She's been my rock through life. I can always tell my sister everything. Yes, she's my sister / best friend. I can literally tell her everything and anything. I'm total opposite of her, very different. I'm the wild child. I'm the Mexican hippie, as she describes to the entire family and friends. But she's always there for me. She always loves me no matter what. She never judges me, never puts me down. And that's one thing that I truly, truly love and appreciate about your mom, mijo, because it means the world to me. But
so you're joking. She didn't ruin your life.
She did not ruin my life. She made it better. I love her.
Mom, Kaden's saying she did.
Well, yeah, she did take away the fact that I was the only beautiful child in the family. Oh, it's closed. So like I said, plain and simple, it's not even a big deal. I just didn't want to look totally crappy to go outside, to go to the stores, or take care of whatever I need to take care of.
She doesn't really need that much makeup to make her beautiful.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Were you scared to go to high school?
You know what? I actually was really scared to go to high school because I had been watching these shows that cousins and stuff would tell me, like, about high school and stuff. And I had been watching these shows and programs where it shows them like bullying you and stuff. And I was like, what if I really do get bullied? And what if like people are actually mean to me? And what if I can't handle it? And, I don't know what the heck I was scared of. I grew up in a family where we would all play and fight, cousins, siblings, and we had a blast, and we were always good with one another. But yeah, we would hurt each other pretty bad. Like I had cousins that would like down me and shit, but it was fun.
Wait, were you like bad when you were younger?
I wasn't bad.
Yeah, you were.
Per se. I was more traviesa. If anybody knows what traviesa means, it means like you have a curious mind and way of thinking. So you always try to do things just to see like people's reactions or to see the outcome of it. I was that kid. Like, for real. I actually used to put my mom through like a lot on a daily basis. And I would get in trouble so much that she would chase me around the house, and I would give her a run for her money. And then once I was tired, I would run into the bathroom and lock the door and sit in there for hours until my dad came home. And I had Barbies, colored pencils, crayons, and what do you call coloring books? I had them all under the sink because I did that so often that I wanted to make sure I had something to play with. So after like an hour or so, I would test my mom. I would open the door and go, Mom. And if she would go, I would go, Mommy. And if she would go, ¿Qué? I would be like, okay, lock it back up. I'm gonna start coloring again. Let me see my little Barbies. But if she said, "Sí, mija," that meant she already had come down, and I'll be like, can I come out? ¿Puedo salir? And she'd be like, "Sí, mija," and everything would be fine.
What if
but if she would go, ¿Qué? No, she never did. Thank goodness. But if she would do that, then I would close it back up and keep playing, and I would wait for my dad to come home. And then my dad was Daddy's little girl and Daddy's princess. So when my dad would come home, I would hear the door, and I would be like, "Daddy," and he would go, "Sí, mija," and I would go, "Mommy's being mean to me." And my mom would be all like, "Watch when he leaves tomorrow," And then I would be like, "Can I come out? I've been here forever." And then my dad would be like, "Sí, mija, Eva, don't be mean to her. She's a little girl." And I would be like,
"Oh my gosh, Mommy." No, mine was worse. Mine was worse, guys. Mine was worse. My mom would wait until I was on the toilet going to the bathroom. And then she'll
And I'll
come
be like,
in, wipe
"Stink."
my butt, and then beat me.
Oh yeah, beat you. What a freaking liar. I think you guys are talking about your dad. You guys would be lucky if you got a little spanking from me.
Mommy.
Because you know.
My mom's on a
Mommy.
different story. She'll come out with swords, man.
You know what though? As much as we got hit being Hispanic, it was kind of funny when you think back now.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, these Hispanic moms, they got some, I don't know where they get this aim from with chocolate, man.
Reflexes like.
Their accuracy is on point.
It is. It's very on point.
I'm like, give me that shoe. They're like, what shoe?
Mommy, do you have any stories like where you did something bad with your friends?
Pretty sure they said one.
Yeah, I just said one right now. I actually have a ton, but right now I just saw that we went into 30 minutes of live, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it. If you guys like it, please let us know, and we will do more story times. And next time, everybody will come out in the video because everybody will be all cutesy and stuff instead of feeling all ashamed of how they look and being behind the cameras because they're scared. I went on here
I'm not
barefaced,
scared. I'm not
ugly
scared.
hair, and I still didn't do much with myself, but it's a little bit better than before, right? Okay, well, anyways, we were just really hoping to bring some laughs to everybody, make everybody happy. And I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Remember, everything that comes from us always comes from all love. And I really am all about love, peace, and happiness. I know last time I said happy nice and I didn't correct myself, but we're human. We make mistakes, bye. So just keep in mind. But we do love you all, and we have a lot of love for life, living, being happy, and everybody out there. We pray for you all on a daily basis and pray for everything and everybody and everything that we're going through. And I love you all so much. And I know you guys don't know me yet, but you guys will soon get to know me. Yes. And hopefully you guys will enjoy watching our family and everything that's to come. We have a big family and we do a lot. And I just hope that you guys are there to watch us venture every day as it comes. And remember, always love, peace, and happiness. Great love from us to you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.